Good morning, good morning, world. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. How you all doing? It's up your clock. It's up your clock. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Please confirm if you can see me. I got thrown off because the lights went off. So we had to put on the generator and I'm here. We're going to be resilient. We're going to keep pushing it. If you can't see me, please confirm. If you can hear me, please confirm. So I'm starting all over again. Good morning, world. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, amazing listeners, and welcome to another inspiring episode of Up You with Ezinne Show. And as always, it is a pleasure to have you with me today. I hope that you are all ready for an incredible show because we are about to embark on a journey that has the potential to transform lives and communities across Nigeria. But first, how are you all doing? I hope everyone is fine. I hope everyone is doing great. I hope that we are responding appropriately to all the things that are happening to us, because that's one sure way of thriving in adversity. It's Up You with Ezinne, still your favorite female-centric show. So let's do this, and I'm here for it. So let's do this, my people. As always, it's finding self, finding purpose. My name is Ezinne Kufre-Ekanem, and I am your host. Today, I'm really pleased and thrilled to be introducing Project Empower Her 100 Women, 100 Stories, a very ambitious pilot project that's very close to my heart. Very ambitious, and is very close to my heart. This initiative is designed to empower 100 women from various regions of Nigeria by providing them with the resources, the skills, and opportunities they need to break free from the cycle of poverty and build sustainable, prosperous futures for themselves and their communities. But before we dive into the show proper, I want to take a moment to say thank you to all of you who attended and supported the Up You Women Conference 2.0. See, I've been having an out of body experience. I've been pinching myself and saying, did we do that? You remember I told you guys this is a conference for women by women. And man, you women are amazing. You showed up and you showed out. Honestly, I don't know what cloud I'm on, but I hope I come down soon because it's almost unbelievable. You did that. Thank you so very much. Your energy, your participation, your support, it's been truly inspiring. And I know that together we will even make bigger impact with these new projects. Okay? And at this point, I'd like to just thank everyone who supported the UPU Women Conference, the brands. Fibroid Care Center, Nordica, thank you. Stanbic IBTC Bank, thank you. Jane Onwumere Foundation, thank you. Protection Plus Limited, thank you. Isoke Nwabunka Foundation, thank you. The Coca-Cola Company, thank you. Golden Penny Foods, thank you. Bonvita, Cadbury Bonvita, thank you. L&Z, thank you. WFM 91.7, thank you. Champion Newspapers, thank you. Digital Reality, Print Limited, thank you. Pelion Memorial Hospital, thank you. Jumbo Sports, thank you. Studio 24, thank you. Soul Melange, thank you. The New African Magazine, thank you. Adaba, thank you. Supreme, thank you. Of course, Up You with Ezinne is Up You, and thank you. Rosemary is the soft furnishing company, thank you. Tonya Creates, thank you. Ebony Life Place, thank you very much. And all of this was brought to you and powered by Philosophy. And so we say thank you as well. We are very grateful and we are looking forward to having you on board for 2025. Remember, the dates for the conference in 2025 have already been publicized, and it is August 29 and August 30, 2025. So strap on, get ready. We are going to do something even more amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please settle in, like and share the link, and let's begin, like I used to say, like I like to say, from the beginning. If you're on the stream, please say hello to me. Say hello, say hello, say hello, say hello. Settle in, share the link, get your friends in. This one is close to my heart and I want to interest you as well. Okay? Be kind to follow us on all our social media platforms at Up You with Ezinne on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and X. We'd love to connect with you and keep the conversation going long after this episode has ended. Please, I'm begging you, like and share the stream. Is one way that you help our ministry so that we can continue to serve you better. The topic today is Project Empower Her. I'll say that again. Project Empower Her. 100 women, 100 stories. The journey begins. May I remind you that all episodes of Up You with Ezinne are on our YouTube and podcast channels at Up You with Ezinne. Be sure to follow us so that you don't miss a thing. Listen, if you blink, you miss. So you make sure that you're here, that you're following us everywhere. In fact, right now, please go follow at Up You with Ezinne on Instagram and go follow Up You Conferences on Instagram. And then please follow us on YouTube, Up You with Ezinne, and then follow Up You Conferences on Facebook. Please, we need you to know what's going on so that nobody misses from all the things coming our way. Remember, this is the Up You with Ezinne show, and we are live on YouTube and Instagram. If you're just joining us, this is Up You with Ezinne, and the topic on the banner is Project Empower Her. 100 women, 100 stories. The journey begins. Good morning, everyone on the stream. I can see you. Thank you for being consistent and always joining. God bless you. So let's begin. So what exactly is Project Empower Her? If you were at the conference, you must have heard my passionate appeal. And I would just, tell you what it is and then make that passionate appeal again. So let me break it down for you. Empower Her Nigeria is not just a project. It is a movement that aims to uplift 100 women in the first instance by equipping them with vocational training, entrepreneurial skills, access to microfinance, and much more. Over a 12-month period, these women will be part of a comprehensive program that will empower them to become self-reliant, confident, and economically independent. This isn't just about improving lives. It's about creating a rippling effect of positive change that will extend far beyond these pilot 100 women. And like I said at the conference, I know what adversity is. I have been in all kinds of adversity, but I would say that the last 4 years has been the biggest stretch of adversity that I've ever faced. And I consider myself a blessed woman. I consider myself someone who has a working network. I consider myself someone who has a business. But I suffered. And it got me thinking, with all my business, with all that I know, with everyone that I know, I suffered. What of that woman who doesn't have what I have? Who doesn't have a network? Who probably has more mouths to feed than I did? Whose husband is down and can't bring home any take-home paycheck? What of that woman? And it was busting my brain. I couldn't, I see, I alone know what I had been through or what I have been through. I know the pains, the excruciating pains, sometimes to even put food in front of myself to eat. And I wonder, that woman who is unsupported, how is she doing it? And in my wondering and pondering, when we were planning for season 1, I came in contact with someone. I went with Choma BBB to see a space where we wanted to have this conference then. And it turned out to be a space owned by a religious organization. And we were talking to them and everything. And the man just goes and says, you know, I do not know whether you understand what you have put your hand on, but the people you have been signed to, you haven't started talking to them. And I said to him, I understand. Can I tell you? And I said, I've been signed to those women that are travailing, those women that they want to, but they cannot. They want to climb, but there's no ladder. They want to wear shoe, but there is no shoe. They're willing to strive, but there is nothing for them to begin with. And he said, I'm glad you know what your goal and your objective and your job is. And so for me, this is not just one woman wanting to do another project. God had to bring me to this point for me to see that this is what I need to do. Please excuse me. And so, Project 100 Women is finding 100 women that you and I, everyone who is going to watch this, will support. When we empower a woman, her child will not go to bed hungry. If her husband falls sick or loses his job, she will stand up and ensure that school fees are paid. I'm talking about women who sell akara and they have used that akara money to train their children in university. I'm talking about women who sell tomatoes and have used that tomatoes money to train their children in universities. I'm talking about women who are farmers. You know, it's taken me 2 years, the team and I, to be putting all of this together, collating all this information. And it's crazy. The cost of a dress that I own can pay school fees for someone for an entire year. Come on now. What are we talking about? I told you guys that this was close to my heart and I'm tearing up. Please forgive me. I get myself together. We can do this. We can, even in our own trials and adversities and everything, we can reach out to these women. We can show them. We can teach them. We can help them to find themselves, find their voices, find their true words, and help them to fend for their own lives and their families. And that's what Project 100, Empower Her, is all about. So for me, I'm not looking for accolades. I have enough. I'm looking to make a change. I'm looking to give back because I consider myself very blessed, too blessed. And so that's why I'm making this special one today to talk to all of us and say, listen, I need you because woman supporting woman, sister supporting sister, I need you. It's not all about money. I need your expertise. I need your prayers. I need you to coach. I need you to shine the light. It doesn't dim yours, it makes it even brighter. And I believe that all of you will join me one way or the other. Now that I've had that moment, I'll continue the show. So you might be wondering, why 100 women? Why do we want to tell these stories? If you were at the conference, you will see the power of stories. Because all we did at the conference was tell stories, authentic stories, stories of our lives, our experiences, what we've lived, what we have overcome, the reason why we thrive. Nobody who gives up in the morning gets to the night time. Nobody who gives up in the night time gets to the morning. You don't give up because life is never going to give up. Like our keynote speaker and Kiro Lumido just said, he said, life is a series of blessings and a series of trials. Like riding a bicycle, you must have to balance it. So you go this way, then you just keep going until you find a rhythm and a balance. And so that's why we want to find these 100 women at the point where they are at now and document their stories, because it will tell the next tomato seller, you too can make it. It will tell the next female mechanic, you too can become. It will tell the next female farmer, you too can become. Because every story that I know started from little beginnings. But because there is nobody giving hope, I mean, for some of you, all I'll ask of you is, can you please sit with this woman and share your own story? Because faith comes from hearing, by hearing. When you hear something over and over, it seeps into your ear, it gets into your heart, and then you begin to question yourself, why not me? That woman doesn't have two heads. Why not me? You may not reach for the sky, you may not be as ambitious as she is, but you will certainly get off the floor, which is what we want to achieve. To pull women to get off the floor. And frankly, like we were told by Shola Smart Steward, some of the adversities that we have are money related. We can testify. Look, if I just get an alert now of 10 million naira, man, you're not going to see me, the smile, eh? But for another woman, she just needs a 10,000 naira alert. There's a woman today, somewhere in this country of ours called Nigeria, that is looking for 500 naira just to feed her infant. So, if we can solve that 500 naira problem for that woman, leaving her dignity intact, she will jump out by herself and continue to find it. So that's why we want to do this. Find 100 women from all the regions of this country and then tell their story from the point we met them to the point this time next year, a period of 1 year, we're going to follow them. We already have coordinators in Jos, in Kaduna, in Aba, in Afikpo, in Ikotekmene, in Calabar, in Lagos, in Ibadan. And we're looking for more people. So if you're on this stream and you would love to be a coordinator for any of the states, please let us know. And the team will interview you. And if you make it, we'll put you on the committee. And the job is very simple: to find us credible, authentic women based on the criteria that we're going to roll out very soon on our website. Everything will be on our website. And this is why I also want you to quickly go and follow us on Instagram and on Facebook. Up You Conferences and Up You with Ezinne, because we'll also be putting out all the information there so that no woman who should benefit misses out. So please, I know that these women are not on Instagram, maybe, or on Facebook, maybe, but you are, and you know that woman in your community, in your village, in your family. Give her the opportunity to become, to overcome, to triumph over adversity. Adversity is a bully. It bullies you to the point that you don't even know yourself. It bullies you to the point that if you're not careful, you'll be doubting the capacity that you carry on the inside. It bullies you, it keeps bullying you until you are equipped to fight back. I know this because I saw it firsthand. And that is what Project Empower Her, 100 Women, 100 Stories is set to change. And we want to do this in such a way that it's something that can be replicated, something that people can take the template and run with it. Something that we can scale up as well, possibly even take out of Nigeria as we progress. So, our goal is to create a model of empowerment that can be replicated and scaled to benefit even more women across the country after this initial pilot and beyond. Imagine the impact that women will have. Women who were once struggling to make ends meet. Just imagine the impact when they're able to now run their own businesses, create jobs, be profitable, and contribute to their own communities in meaningful ways. Now, purpose is being fulfilled and served. Everybody wants to be a meaningful, positive, contributory person in the society. There is nobody who wants to be in this society and not affect the society in one way or another. You see, asking for help is a tough job. Begging for help is a very tough job. If someone comes to beg you for something, please listen to the person, because it's a tough thing to do. And so, this empowerment will be to give these women back a bit of their dignity, and so they can power on from there. But you see, I don't just want to talk about this project. I want you to be a part of this project. I want you to be a part of this project. They say women do not support women. I want us to prove them wrong, that women actually do support women. If you were at the conference when Ifeanyi Oputa was talking, and Ifeanyi said, all of us have become so empowered, all of us are doing so many things, but who is empowering the men that we will marry and the men that our children will marry? You find that, hey, so we need to empower women so they can train up their sons right. So they can train up their sons right. Because when we empower you, then we can now teach you the things you're supposed to teach your son so that your son can be a good husband to another person. It has so many ripple effects. So, my dear sisters, mark your calendars. Set your reminders and get ready to follow Project Empower Her very closely, because you and I and all of us are about to change lives together. I promise you. Thank you very much for listening to me. At this point, I want you to now ask me your questions and I will answer your questions. So if you're on the stream, ask me questions and I will try and answer the questions so that we are all on the same page. Okay? So the first question I have here is, what's the inspiration for Project Empower Her? I believe I have done justice to that. Um, the inspiration is trying to ensure that people do not have to ride the curve that I rode and the curve that all our speakers rode. Um, you can perch on the shoulders of giants and get there faster. And so we have decided to lend our shoulders, every single one of us, so that, other women can come and also be empowered, and they too will one day lend their own shoulders to other people to keep going. We just have to pull our sisters up. I tell people that what qualifies you to be an OPU woman is just a simple fact. You're a woman. In here, we don't see anything else. I know that we've been told to make our wall of accolades, but beyond your wall of accolades and everything, you're a woman. You're my sister. And that's what we are championing here, pulling for one another and ensuring that all of us are just okay enough to put meals before our children, okay enough to send our children to school. We don't have to go to the moon, but we can at least do the basic things. Yeah? Okay. Yes. Yes, Esther, tears of joy. Thank you very much. Thank you. Exactly. The 100 women who are crying now will soon shed tears of joy, just like I'm doing. Absolutely. Okay, so somebody says, how will the 100 women be selected? All right. You need to follow us. You need to go follow us on Instagram, Up You Conferences. You need to go follow us, Up You with Ezinne, because we'll be rolling out the criteria. Like I said, we're creating zones, and all the zonal coordinators will get all the briefs, and then it will be publicized, and then we'll begin to gather the women. Yeah, authentic women. We're doing this to reach the heart of women. Can somebody please write for me on the stream that you should just go follow everywhere for information and stay hooked onto www.opuconferences.com. In the next 1 week, 2 weeks max, all information that you need to know about this would trickle down to all of us. Okay. And the selection process, I have nothing to do with it. The committee will select and then bring up. So the upfront gist, if you're related to me, you're disqualified. Because we want this to be done above board and transparent. Okay. All right. Um, Somebody says, what specific challenges do these women need to face and how do you address them? Well, we are looking at providing skills. So you must want to tool up. Maybe you wanted to learn something, you couldn't learn it. We will provide skills. We'll provide counseling, coaching and counseling to reset your mindsets, to get you thinking positive, to get you thinking growth mindset. We'll break it down. We'll speak your language. We'll break it down. We'll speak your language. We'll understand your language. We'll understand your language. If you're Hausa, we'll talk to you in Hausa. Get in. We'll break it down. We speak to you in your language. Very basic. All right. And then, um, 1 minute, somebody is trying to come into this and spoil my stuff. Okay, I've sorted it. And then again, so we're providing coaching, we're providing skills, bookkeeping for those who are already starting the business, who are already doing business. We'll provide bookkeeping, and then we'll provide seed money, for the people that need capital. We'll be doing some microfinancing stuff. We have some partners already. Um, if you were at the conference, you saw that we provided seed money for three persons. Somebody won 250,000. Another person won 100,000. The seed money that we're going to be giving will be as per your need, so that we can be able to touch everybody. So we're going to be doing this and we'll work out in tranches, and then we'll follow you. We'll see what you do, and then we document it, and then we'll follow you. It's been proven, like I was told when I went to go and talk to the microfinance bank that is helping us with this. They said women are a good risk. All a woman wants is for you to help her, and she will go and do her business and bring back your money. And that made me really super happy. And so, therefore, we are taking a good risk with this project, because we will, between now, by God's grace, and sometime next year, we would have a few good stories to tell, depending on how many people would onboard in the first instance. A few good stories. And these few good stories will, they themselves, tell their own good stories going forward. Okay? Thank you, Kachi. Thank you very much for letting everybody know they should just go follow everywhere. Please, I'm expecting more questions. Ask me the questions so I can answer you. All right. Okay. Why storytelling? I've also said that when you tell a story, you are bound to remember it. So we're not going to be doing lectures. We're going to be telling stories, authentic stories, lived stories, life stories. I particularly like what Paul, okay, Tika, her surname is Tika. Her name is exotic. I can't pronounce it. She did a piece on LinkedIn about her experience at the conference, and I put it on my Facebook as well. I particularly like what she said and how she captured everything. And that's because she had the stories. When you're told a story, that's why women like to gist. When you're told a story, it stays with you. You can remember it. You can call it up. It will come back at you and it will energize you. I know that as I was going through, it was the stories of those who went through that I kept holding on to. And that's why when I was telling the stories, I was really from the stories, just kept putting myself in those stories. So I'm reading the story of, say, Job, for instance, and I put my name, especially towards the end. I won't put my name in the beginning. Let me confess to all of you. I put my name towards the end because I'm not going to, but I'll go to the end. I say, and the Lord restored Job, and I'll say, and the Lord restored Ezinne. So you see, those stories are the things that I anchored onto and I held onto and I kept, you know, affirming myself, affirming myself every day based on those stories. And so that's why we're telling these stories, because the women will tell the stories themselves. They will tell the stories themselves of where they started from, of how we got in, and what they've been able to do, and where they're heading to, you know. And then when we see that they're doing good, we'll release them to just go forth and bloom and triumph. So it's beyond, the conference is beyond a one day thing. It's beyond what you heard that one day. As I speak, a lot of people who were at the conference have already been assigned coaches and are going through different stuff. Mind clarity, clarity of ideas, and all of that. I know that this particular class took off yesterday. If you still want to join the class, you were at the conference, you want to join the class, please make sure that you send me a message so that we will put you on the class as well. And I know that several other classes are coming up like that. So that's what makes our conference difference. You don't just come for one day and hear and go. Mm-mm. We keep at it until it falls inside your spirit and you own it. Because the truth is, there is no empowerment that is external. Empowerment is first within, then without. So we must continue speaking with you, telling you stories until one resonates so much with you that it catches your spirit and you own it, you embody it, it becomes your own. I am very sure that if I bring 10 people who were at the conference today here and I say to them, what's your takeout from the conference? They're not going to say the same thing. Different things resonated to different people with different people. And it is that one that resonated with you that becomes your fulcrum for you to now propel yourself from there forward. Yeah. So, yes, we must not go alone. We must always make sure that we have our sisters. With hindsight, I'm going to be saying some things that maybe if somebody even told me before my adversity, I would say, you're not serious. I should live my life and be thinking of pouring into another. But the truth is that our job here on earth is to build human houses. Our job here on earth is to ensure you pull everybody. But first you stand and then you begin to pull. That's why we need a community around us at every point in time. And you, my dear friend, my dear sister, you are the community. And we will all together pull ourselves together and journey on to places that right now we can barely just imagine. But trust me, we're going there. We aren't scared of anything, and we're definitely going there. I'm waiting for your questions, everyone. Thank you for commending me. Thank you. I'm crying shamelessly. I don't care. I don't care. So long as we get what we want done, done. Um, but I also think that even the tears are not tears of sorrow or pain. They're tears of how deeply this project is close to my heart and how much I really want it to take off and work and how much I believe in this vision. Okay, thank you. So yes, good question. How can listeners and the wider community get involved for support? There's this thing that says if you want to go, go alone. If you want to go faster, carry everybody. That's why I'm carrying all of you. Yes. So there's several areas that you can get involved. Okay. First and foremost, spread the word. You never can tell. Just post about it. I'm going to put out a post after this and put out the logo and put out the official statement. Just share it. Even if that is all you did, somebody will see it and that somebody will contact us. You've done your bit. So spread the word about the project. It is very crucial. Spread the word. Share, share, share. Even this stream that we are on, share it. Somebody will get to watch it and the person will watch it and the person just knows who we should be reaching out to. So please share the word. So please share and share and share. Spread the word. Let's just take it on. Okay. Then for those that are interested, in providing more direct support, there are opportunities to become mentors. You can mentor some of these women. You can offer guidance and expertise, to our participants. I'm sure that sometime we will do town hall meetings with them, so you can come speak to them. That also is a part of helping, And then, of course, there is financial contributions also. We welcome it. You can give to us. We will put out all the necessary links within a week where you can give to us. Okay. Then also you can buy our merchandise. We also want to give you something as you are giving to us. So we have all these t-shirts, all these face caps, all kinds of merchandises that we've made that you just get for a token, and you know that your token is going to make sure that another woman stands up. Okay, and then you probably wear your t-shirt or your face cap or whatever it is that you get. That's also another way. And um and then how else can you help us? You can pray for us. You can pray for us not to fail. You can pray for us not to be weak. You can pray for us not to put our hands and then take it back. Okay. um yeah. Lastly, businesses can get involved. This can become, you can partner with us, and this can become your social corporate responsibility. You can provide us with resources, training, or even job opportunities to these women that we are going to be, you know, recruiting for this project. Some of them might want and might need white collar jobs. So we need organizations that are big on female intake and balancing the equality card, to please reach out to us on this and to ensure that we have places to place these women. And of course, maybe by extension, their children. We'll see how it goes. All right. Thank you very much. Can I have more questions, please? Okay. While we are waiting, what challenges do I anticipate in the implementation of this project, and how do you plan to overcome them? Okay, we have run some simulation games. We have run some, to try to say to ourselves what can go wrong. So after we have told ourselves all the things that can go right, it's also good to balance it and say to ourselves what can go wrong. Okay, so one of the primary challenges is ensuring consistent participation and engagement from all the women. You know, because I mean, you could engage someone, and then the person drops out of the program, but we hope not. That's why we are going to do some stringent screening to be sure that we are onboarding the right people. Okay. We have actually put in place a very robust support system. This is a project that we've worked on for 2 years. So it's not like we are just bringing it up. It's been 2 years of background work. So we put together a robust support system, which includes regular check-ins. So if we onboard you in Taraba, for instance, there will be someone who checks in with you, regularly, every fortnight or every month, to ensure that the goals that we agreed on, that it's being that we're working towards them, and that our performance indices are on track. Okay. Um, I know that we might also onboard people from places that have limited places that are far thrown out. We are thinking that could be very challenging, but let's see how it goes. So that we don't just leave anybody out of it. We want to engage uh, the authentic woman as much as possible. Thank you very much, Janet. Supervision is very important. Thank you. We will even increase on that. Okay. We know that this whole project is complex, and that's why we say it's very ambitious. But we believe that with all of you backing us, that it can be done. It can be done. A trickle, an ocean will be made, and we will be able to get this done, and we will have results. And when we have results, we don't need to continue pushing, because the results will take it upon themselves. It will now become a each woman teach yourself and then teach another. That's what it will become. And then when we now have this movement from the ground swelling, then of course we know that what we said it is what it is, because we said that this is not just a project, it is a movement. Okay. Yes, please. So how will we measure success? We will measure the success of this project through a combination of qualitative and quantitative metrics. you know, we would, it's a complex thing. We're going to get, there's an organization that is going to be doing measurement and all of that for us. So everything will be broken down, everything will be put on the website. You take your time and you will read it and you'll understand it. And I hope that you are going to join us to ensure that indeed we can take off, we can sustain, and we can achieve the goals and objectives that this project has set for itself. All right. I hope I've been able to answer your questions. I hope I've been able to share with you about this pilot project that we are embarking on. And I hope that I've interested you enough to say to me, I'll come with you. If that is you, please just write it for me so that I can see that, oh, there's one person or two people or three people who are willing to come on this journey with me so that I will not be a lone soldier. Thank you very much. And to those of you who are just tuning in, don't worry, you can always catch up on today's show later. But before I wrap up, I want to remind you of the hashtags that we'll be using to keep conversation going. So you're going to use hashtag UpYou with Ezinne, hashtag empower her, hashtag 100 women, 100 stories. Can somebody please help me put it in the stream? For follow-up conversations on this, when you're sharing, when you're talking about it, when you want to write about it, please use the following hashtags. Hashtag UpYou with Ezinne, hashtag empower her, hashtag 100 women, 100 stories. Use them, share them, and let's spread the word far and wide. Something good has come. This is good, fertile ground. Let's lift ourselves up. Let's think sisterhood. Let's think empowerment. Let's think multiplication of what is in our hands because it will always begin with what is in our hands. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me today on UpYou with Ezinne. It's always a pleasure to share these moments with you. Believe me, it's always a pleasure. Okay? And I'm excited about what is ahead. I'm truly excited. See, if you were in that conference, you will know that that conference is not of a woman or a man. You will know that there was another spirit present. The Spirit of God, the Spirit of excellence. It was there. It was there. And it's in that same spirit that we are going to carry forward and go into Project Empower Her. And so, you know what they say? Empowered women empower others. And I believe that every single one of you is empowered. If I can tell you any secret at all about my life today, assuming somebody is going to ask me and say, so what's the secret of your life? That's the secret of my life. The reason why it looks like I do not have any adversity. The reason why I can do the things I do and not get tired. The reasons why I show up every day, come rain, sun, or shine. It's because I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. And I realize and I understand that it's not about me, that I have to pay it forward. So when you wonder about me, two things: be thankful, be grateful, pay it forward. And this is where I'll wrap up today's show. This is all I can take in today. 1 hour definitely flies very, very fast when you're having fun with your people. And so this is where we'll stop today's show. And as usual, I'll ask you to Our books. Now we have three. Up You with Ezinne, When Adversity Strikes, Fight, and Recalibration Blueprint. This is the season to read Fight. If you haven't read any of my books, please go read Fight. I'll tell you a bit about how Fight came about, and then you can make up your mind for yourself. And so one day, one of my big sisters, Julia Oku, who was chair for UpU Conference 1.0, were talking, and she said to me, Ezinne, something has come to kill your family. What are you going to do? And I replied her, fight. And she said, put on the whole armor and go to war. And that was the day fight entered my brain. And eventually I wrote a book, When Adversity Strikes, Fight. Are you in adversity now? Fight. When adversity comes in future, fight. Like I said, adversity is a bully. And you know, when you fight bullies back, they cower and they run. You become the storm, you become the fire, and adversity runs away from you. Make sure you get the book and you read it. And the third book is Recalibration Blueprint. We're not static. We are created to move. If point A is not working, go to point B. If plan A is not working, go to plan Z. Just keep moving. In fact, I love something that Chigol said at the conference. She said, Shadrach, Meshach, and one bad Negro were thrown in the fire. They didn't sit down in the fire to start crying, self-pity party. They were walking around in the fire, and the fourth man appeared and helped them. And that is just the absolute truth. Are you in any adversity? And adversity can be anything. So long as you do not have the power at that time to solve that thing, it is an adversity. So there are all kinds of adversities. Yours may not be like mine, but anything that saps your energy, saps your strength, takes your joy, takes your peace is an adversity. And you don't have conversations with it. You don't sit down and say, now you see, no. It will just keep coming at you. So you're going to look at it and say, you bully, and then you give it a headbutt. The person, this one is not what I thought of. And then you start walking around it. As you're walking around it, you find the weak spot. You find the angle. You find a source of light from where you can now begin to overcome that adversity. All right? So this is where we'll wrap up today's edition, people, of Up You with Ezinne. It's been another amazing one. I've enjoyed your energy. Thank you for everything that you put on the stream. Thank you for being here. I do not take it for granted. I do not. I love you guys absolutely. Okay? So big up to everyone that is involved in creating this magic every week, because that's what I call it. It's a magic. I don't know how it happens. It will look like it won't happen, and then it happens, and it happens good. So big up to everyone. Starting with you, our dear listeners, you're so amazing. Our guests, our advertisers, callers, the engineers on duty, and everyone, thank you. Thank you so much. So thank you for joining me on the show today. Till I come your way next time, remember, it's all about to begin. Empower Her Nigeria. I can't wait to have you on. Thank you very much. Until I come your way next week, Wednesday, stay good, be encouraged, be inspired. Go watch the conference again. Talk to someone about the conference. What you keep talking about, what you dwell on, expands, it grows. Refuse to go back to the person you were before the conference. Keep working towards becoming the person you saw you could become in the course of the conference. Keep it in front of yourself. And don't forget to build your own accolade wall of accolades, your own accolade wall or wall of accolades. Yes, so that you can hail yourself. That's what this whole movement is all about. And to think that Nkiri wasn't there when we were starting it, and God put that in her mind to come and say, this whole concept of up you was, you've climbed the Iroko tree, you've done everything that you know how to do, and you've fallen down, and nobody's clapping for you. So we said, you do what? Tell yourself, up you, clap for yourself. So build your wall of accolades. And the day you don't feel like, the day you wake up and you're having a bad hair day, the day you wake up and you're not feeling as energetic as, just go to your wall of accolades and say to yourself, up you. See you next week. My name is Ezinne Kufre-Ekanem. Bye for now.